clothes on like last time?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I can't. Yeah, bro loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh yeah. And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show. All right, so today's episode is going to be episode 3 of season 1. And I saw someone comment in the last video. They were saying that she really needs to hire help, or like she needs help. Yeah, she needs a lot of help because it's just ridiculous. I feel like Tom is a man-child at this point in the show, and I get it. Like, it's really all the husbands. It's not just Tom. All the husbands at this point are garbage because I think they have to be, because it's the very beginning of the show. They like, all their lives can't be perfect, and that's just every show. Really, it's not just this one. I'm really excited to get into this today, and yeah, let's begin.
Yes, Bree was afraid of many things.
But if there was one thing she wasn't afraid of, it was a challenge.
I'm telling you, one thing about this show, these women may be desperate, but they are very smart. Like, some of the things they come up with just to avoid certain things, or their way of thinking, is you can kind of understand how they bag their husbands in a way. Like, you can understand that part.
Just pointing out a reality. Mary Alice was so excited about.
So basically, the friend that they had, if you guys are not following so far, the friend that they all had that unalived herself, she was supposed to host a dinner at one point before she passed away, and that date has now come, and they've all decided to still have the dinner, basically to honor her. And Susan wants to invite Mike.
It's business.
Yes, says the princess.
I love Gabrielle's hair. I don't know why. Every time I see it, I just can't stop thinking that.
Find a way to relax.
Oh, I just know how she gonna relax.
Where are you?
Algebra.
I'm sorry, but it's just, he's literally in high school as he's calling her, and the fact that he's saying he's in algebra, like, what? I just don't see what about this would be attractive. Like, I get it. The real point of it is that she just wants to do something exciting with her life, and she feels like that's why Mary Alice is not here with them anymore, because she didn't have enough excitement. Like, they don't really know the real reason why she did this. And then I get it. It's like also this way to try to she just needs, again, it's just about the excitement. But could she pick anybody else? I mean, is there no one else around?
I'm not sure. I got track after school.
We'll get here as fast as.
You, want me to keep my gym clothes on like last time?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I can't.
Bree's cooking. Silverware. Remember silverware?
Honey, can you take this in for me? Bottle of wine and rent a video, and
Something I really love about Lynette and Tom's house is that I genuinely feel like they have as many kids as they have. Like, if you just look around at their background, look at the things that are going on, it's totally believable that they actually have as many kids as they have.
I mean, do you remember what it's like to work a 60-hour week? 60-hour week?
I didn't even see that he throws a banana peel in there.
Your office may start wondering why you're disappearing 3 times a week. Well, alibi.
You know, this is how you can tell that this is a show from the early 2000s, because I just want to think about if I still worked a 9 to 5 and I went up to my boss and I was like, hey, yeah, I'm not going to be able to come in, going to be taking tennis lessons. Like, even as a doctor, like, I get it, that's like a 9 to 5, but like, even as a doctor, telling your job that you can't come in because you're taking tennis lessons, and they're just like, oh, okay. Like, I just can't imagine. Like, was that acceptable? And those type of, like, what job is that? Is that a valid excuse?
You're right there. You can pick it up.
She threw it and missed. What is the big deal?
This is so typical. You know what? Pick up the damn can yourself.
So go to hell!
You want me to pick it up?
So Lynette is trying to get Tom to go with her to Bree's dinner party that she's hosting in honor of Mary Alice. And Susan is trying to get along with Carl. I feel like she's trying, but it's like he kind of did rub it in her face that he's going to this cabin with, what's her name, Brandy?
That would be your choice to make, assuming you outlive me.
That didn't sound like a threat to you.
Mom, it's no big
What do
deal.
you mean? Wait. What do you mean that? What?
Take your clothes off.
Okay, I gotta go, Mom.
Gabrielle and her teenage lover are hooking up, and this little girl right here sees them through the window, as you're seeing now, and runs off.
Who's that?
I don't know. You know, I've lived with this bitterness so long, I think I'd be lonely without it.
Honey, get a pen. Thank you.
Man-child. God. And then it doesn't really make it better. Like, I'm not even to blame Lynette, because I get it, you know, as women, well, some women, not every woman, but I feel like I get it, you know, it's in our bones sometimes to be extremely nurturing to men, and, but the thing is, he's not no baby, okay? There's no reason in the world that he could not open up that cup, and that's just that.
This is Sheila Bukowski, our new neighbor. They just moved into the Miller.
When I tell you, Gabrielle be getting saved by the bell nonstop.
Yeah, but I can see her little mind working away.
Zach finds Mary Alice's revolver that she used to herself, and yeah.
Oh, and doctor.
If what he's about to discuss has anything to do with adultery, prostitution, or internet pornography, I would really appreciate you taking a moral hardline.
Me.
Aren't you?
I know it's completely off the subject, but I love her shirt. At this point, I was like, so she didn't say anything because she basically saw that, you know, she probably got money, and she's like, nah, I'm gonna get my money's worth.
She used this to herself. Why would you keep it?
That's a great question, Zach. A great question. Why is Paul sitting there looking like he's scared of him?
I hope this isn't a bad time.
Paul gave his son something to calm his nerves.
What, a tranquilizer?
And wasn't flattering.
Honestly, she's so real for that.
Beautiful. I don't need a pamphlet. It's not brain surgery. They're just kids, for God's sake.
Make sure you share with your brothers. Thanks, Mom.
Period.
Put your feet.
So Gabrielle is trying to buy off this little girl with this bike, and first of all, the girl didn't even know how to ride it, and second, she is starting to realize that this is going to be a never-ending situation.
Brandy and I have plans tomorrow.
I suggest you wing it.
Brandy and I. God, I'd hit him too.
I need an apology, Carl. An apology for the way you ended our marriage. You never took any responsibility for your behavior.
I don't know what to say, Susan. The heart wants what it wants. I fell in love.
While you were married to someone else.
The heart wants what it wants.
Yeah, well, my heart wants to hurt you, but I can control myself. Hold my head high.
Of course. Of course. Because it's Susan. The fire, the divorce, the fire, now this. I mean, it's just, I just feel like Susan's just one of those characters. It's not gonna go good for her. But she did get lucky, because what are the chances that that plant, bush, whatever that is, would actually be enough to cover her? It's just the fact that this kind of stuff, it seems to, like, this stuff is only happening to Susan. And then it's the fact that I kind of feel like some of the stuff she be going through, it would happen to me.
Susan?
Of course.
She was wrong.
Of course.
Susan
I love
had
her
a problem
shirt.
finding
Something to wear. Oh, is that the kind of thing you meant?
Pretty much.
The kids are bouncing off the walls? Huh. I mean, for God's sakes, Tom, they're just kids.
I love Lynette. Go Lynette. Go Lynette.
Hey,
Go Lynette.
okay.
That's a story Bree concocted to cover the fact that we're seeing a marriage counselor.
So, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he decides to announce to the entire room, not just Carlos, who he was actually talking to, but the entire room, that they are seeing a marriage counselor, which I get it. It's like, well, why is she keeping up this whole facade, blah, blah, blah. But my thing is, it was clearly something that she did not want shared publicly. So just leave it at that. Leave her alone. It's not everybody's business what y'all are doing about your marriage. Oh yeah, so you remember that little trunk that Paul was dragging around last episode to the water and he threw it in? Yeah, the police found that. Like I literally said, but they found it. And so there's human remains in it. Oh my god, I miss those doors. My grandmother used to have one of those doors, those sliding doors that go all the way through. I don't know why, that just gave me such nostalgia. Oh. Side note, everybody at this table looks extremely good. Like, everybody's outfits, everybody's hair. Like, even the men look really good.
Rex cries after he ejaculates.
Checkmate. That's how I feel about that. No, don't cry now. Don't cry now. It was all cool when you was embarrassing her and telling all her business to everybody. Don't cry now. Bye.
You think we left too early?
I was thinking we left too late. About the whole seeing me naked thing, I just want to thank you for being such a perfect gentleman.
Oh, I wasn't a perfect gentleman. I might have snuck a peek.
Oh, good night.
Oh, God.
And,
Wow.
Honestly, when I first watched this, I didn't pay them much attention for some reason, but they're kind of cute. I can't even lie. They're kind of cute.
Are we happy?
I feel like when you have to ask questions like that, the answer is typically no. Like, cause I mean, like, think about it. If someone is like filling you in all these ways and in a relationship, why would you ask that question?
believe me, if a woman ever humiliated me like that in public, it would only happen once.
What you mean by that? Let's clarify. Exactly what did you mean by that? Oh, now he pouting. I'm so sick of him. Now you're pouting. I don't understand why he's pushing for the kids. Like, since the beginning of this episode, he's been like kind of low-key trying to push for the kids to know everything about their relationship or like what's currently going on. They don't need to know. Kids have enough going on. They don't need to know every little intimate detail of your marital problems.
Because you can't even let me pack my own suitcase.
Yeah, just go. In my mind, I kind of feel like Bree is like a version of Emily Gilmore, if that makes sense. Like, I can deal with this version of Emily Gilmore. Like, they're giving this character depth. I just love the character Bree as a whole. I cannot wait to dive deep into all the aspects of her character.
Can't carry that around anymore. So, apology or no apology, I'm moving on.
I'm so happy for Susan. I love that for her. That's one of my favorite Susan lines / moments, whatever, because that is a hard thing to do when someone that you're dealing with that is clearly so vile and disgusting, and they can't seem to understand that they impacted you in such a massive way. They won't take accountability, but you do have to find some kind of way to move forward and find a sense of essentially forgiveness. Like, you have to forgive someone who's not even sorry. And that's a really hard thing to do. So, yeah, again, this is one of my favorite Susan moments.
Hoping to find answers. She found answers, all right, but to entirely different questions. All. I wish I could tell who run away.
So the episode ends with Bree going to the therapist's office that she's seeing for her marital problems. And she finds a tape. She's looking for the tape that her husband has, like, in this private session with the therapist, but she ends up finding the tape with her friend that she's gonna probably listen to that tape with the rest of the girls, and I guess we'll find out what happens next in the next one. All right, see you guys.